These are the supercurriculars that you are going to do if you want to study English literature at university. Trust me when I tell you that you are going to want to save this video for later. First thing I want to mention is that you have got an insane amount of competitions that you can enter, but it's not about just spamming competitions. Do a couple and do them well. Make sure that what you write about links together. Don't be writing about two completely different things for completely unrelated reasons. There should be a common theme to a personal statement. That being said, Hubert Butler Essay Prize, John Locke Institute. So this is open, but registration is closed. But if you registered at any point, you can still enter. You have a couple of writing competitions, not necessarily essays. So Creative Writing Inc., this can be a short story, or it can be an essay. Newwriters.org have a short story competition. A little bit more niche and regional, but if you have ties to Scotland or are Scottish, the Anne Brown Essay Prize. Reading. Right, I am not going to sit here as an economics student and tell you what to read as an English student. But what I am going to tell you is that it should be off the A-level curriculum. You shouldn't just be reading things for the sake of it. What did you take from it? What did you do next about this interest? What particularly interests you? You're not just interested in the entirety of English lit. Do you have a particular interest in poetry? In writing short stories, being a writer? What is your specialty? What piques your interest? In your reading, you need to be thinking critically about this work. Why is the writer doing what they're doing? Learn how to think critically and then talk about what you did next. And reading journals about literary criticisms is really fantastic for a personal statement. So for academic literary criticism, consider the London Review of Books, as well as something as simple as the Times Literary Supplement. Then remember that you can also read critical theory, like How to Read Literature, the Western Canon. There are so many more, but one thing that I should mention, if you are reading things about literary criticism, make sure they're digestible. You don't want to be reading something incredibly complex that you don't quite understand yourself, because admissions staff will know if you don't quite understand what you're reading, you're just trying to do it to sound impressive. Whatever it is, make sure it's beginner friendly and digestible. Now, podcasts and lectures, definitely TED Ed. Go into literary concepts in more detail. Oxford University have a really good English literature podcast, and you can go and watch the Gresham College lectures. This isn't Oxford, but this is just a public lecture that you can watch. And then podcasts, depending on what you're interested in. I don't even study English, but sometimes I like to listen to the History of English podcast because it has these language deep dives. My vocabulary is quite limited, but it helps me explore etymology more. In Our Time, Literature is a fantastic podcast, academic discussion, a variety of literary texts. If you found this video helpful, be sure to comment which subject you want to see next and follow for more daily personal statement tips.